Hi, welcome to the Crochet Authority podcast, the best and maybe smallest corner of the internet, where three incredibly talented and beautiful women claim to know everything there is to know about fiber arts.
We are Morgan,
Anna,
And Savannah.
three crocheters turned BFFs who consistently have too much to say.
consider this a glimpse into not only our conversations, but our overflowing and powerful minds. From our group chat to your ears, welcome to the pod. Did you guys just hear my chest honk? Oh, I'm ill. I'm so ill.
God, this is gonna go well today, guys.
All right, welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. We gotta start with that.
I mean,
Come on
sure.
now.
Yeah.
We can start with something else.
We can start with that. We've started already. It's been recording.
Yeah.
It's
You guys,
crazy.
welcome back. Today's
the Crochet
episode, we're just gonna goss. I don't
Yeah.
know. It'll
See
be
what the
it'll
girls-
relate to crochet.
Yeah, it will. It always does. It always comes back there.
Yeah, we just wanted to girl today.
Yeah.
The girls are
Today's just a day
girling.
for girling.
It's also, I think it's so important to remember that it's nothing new and Evermore season. It's November now.
Yeah.
So this is why we need the girls. It's not good for any of us when this season rolls around.
It's
We
also
must
all too well
commiserate.
10-minute version. Sad girl autumn version.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did my hair.
So, like, we're just going through it.
It's tough
Yeah,
out here.
you know. So, those are the vibes.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
Worst vibes ever to set up for an episode, by the way.
I am truly
Absolutely.
drinking.
Awful.
I am
Awful,
drinking
awful
cold
vibe.
coffee at 6:30 p.m.
Oh.
Now I have a very important question. Is it intentionally cold, like an iced coffee, or is it a hot coffee you let sit for
Was it-
too long and now you're drinking as an iced?
No, I made it like an hour ago.
Okay, so
it's
it's
so
sat for too
cold.
long and now it's iced. No,
It's so
exactly.
cold outside
Exactly.
And in my
Okay.
apartment because heating costs
Okay.
7 billion pounds to use.
Okay, got
That's
it.
so rude.
Got it.
I've gotten
Got
so
it.
many London TikToks on my For You page lately.
Well, then come and visit.
I would... Why didn't I book a flight for Thanksgiving break? Why didn't I?
That's
That
on
would
you,
be
We
babe.
should seriously, Savannah, if we actually plan for this summer.
Wait, Anna? Do you know where me and the roomies are maybe coming for spring break?
Connecticut?
Where?
Boston.
Ooh.
I will be there! I will be there. And
Emma
so will
lives
Morgan.
there.
We had
Yeah.
authority in the moment, IRL. We kick Morgan off indefinitely.
Good
It's
luck
like Emma's
editing.
official. Real, so true. Emma officially replaces
It's like
you.
raw footage.
Unedited.
I
That would
also,
be crazy.
I don't even know if you guys remember this, so maybe I'm just... I come with the mindset of I am already actively disappointing you guys. I mentioned last episode that I would split my raglan.
Oh, you did say that.
Oh.
If you hadn't brought it up, we wouldn't have remembered.
No, not even
That's
a
why I,
little.
was,
So
I just
this
wanted
is
to
on
get that
you.
out of the way.
You didn't do it.
Your honesty. Wow.
Do you want to see it? It's been sitting
Nope.
the exact same... Okay.
Oh my god! Also, the way we said welcome back to the podcast, and I've had absolutely no structure.
This is a
saying that.
FaceTime. This is what the girls came for.
Oh my god. I feel like people are either going to love this episode and
Or
want
hate it.
every single episode to be like this, or they're gonna have logged off and they probably unfollowed and they're never gonna listen to an episode again.
Thumbs down,
We
0
can just
stars.
gauge
Anyways.
reactions.
Okay, well, Savannah hasn't been splitting her raglan, but we can move into what we've been working on. Not the raglan, but probably other things.
Yeah, other thing, I've made good progress on my rug. Like, actually.
Slay. I'm so
Okay.
excited
Like,
to see
for real,
that.
Actually. I'll send you guys a picture soon. It looks gorgeous in the light right now. I should actually...
Yeah, send me
Okay, you know
pictures
what? We're a little
live.
busy at the moment.
No. Okay. She can send it.
Those are
Savannah,
influencers.
for the listeners, Savannah's just taking a picture.
Yeah.
And she's gonna
That you
send
guys
it in the
won't
group
see.
chat.
No, I'm not going
No.
to send it to you guys right now.
Why not?
Because then the listeners wouldn't get to see it either. So we
I'll
cannot
just
be
show my
confused.
phone.
Oh.
Why
well,
doesn't
what about
Savannah
people
just
on
show her
Spotify?
phone?
Oh.
It's a video.
If people are listening audio wise, we'll just use our beautiful descriptive language.
It's a video on Spotify?
Yes, girl.
Girl.
I watch on YouTube. That's why
The fact
I
that you
always
don't
look
even know
for it.
it's a video.
That's wild.
I don't listen to podcasts. I don't.
It's your own podcast.
Okay, so...
Play.
Oh,
Isn't it
yeah, that is
gorgeous?
so cute.
There's a hole in it.
Yeah, that's the squares I don't have so far.
That's crazy.
Imagine how tired we are. But I've made really good progress. It was just the outline whenever I started putting it together earlier this week.
The fact that you started with the outline
So
is
fucking weird.
so funny.
Is it?
Yeah. Why wouldn't
feel
you just
I
go
would build it
bottom to
bottom
top?
up?
Well, I didn't know how big I wanted it to be, and I wanted to know how many squares I would have left. Because I was tired.
Which, okay, that's fair. I just feel like I would have gotten
I would have just,
the base,
done
worked
the math.
bottom up. Wow.
Wow, I feel very attacked right now, guys.
Anyways, here's what I'm working on.
Immediate hostile energy.
You're clearing everything.
My apple scarf.
Yes, I forgot about
It's
that.
just so good.
Cute.
We're making way.
It's just so good.
Your mind, genuinely. I was some girls came over the other night to get ready, and there was a girl wearing a crochet top, so obviously I had to talk to her about crochet, which obviously led into me telling her about the book and everything, and her going on my Instagram. And the one thing she pointed out with my Instagram was the wavy crew.
I'll come in and strangle you. You don't even know
Is
what
it
it's
not called the wavy crew?
No, and I've corrected you about it
I
before.
try every single time. Isn't it a crew?
Yeah.
Ripple.
Fake friend. Fake friend.
I wear it all the time.
Fake friend.
I think that's what matters.
You don't even know what it's called.
That's crazy.
But people really like it. They really genuinely like it. I should
Thank you.
post about it sometime again.
You're gonna
I don't
post
really get
about it
a lot
and
of
call it the wrong
compliments
thing.
on it, but
What? On the Instagram, I will.
that's crazy.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
What we're
Something
making.
for sure.
So
Oh, yeah.
you're making the apple scarf. Anything
Yes.
else currently?
That's about it. Other scarves.
Mm.
Secret.
In your scarf era.
My scarf
Yes.
era.
Yeah, I want to make a scarf. I was saying to Morgan when we were FaceTiming and Savannah wasn't picking up
Yep.
that I really want to make a brioche stitch scarf, a really big one. I just think that would be so nice and cozy.
That sounds beautiful.
Honestly, I have not been crocheting or knitting a lot recently. I've been busy working.
Busy.
But I finished my Halloween costume. I have my little strawberry shortcake sweater.
Oh yes, so cute.
Adorable.
Yes, I made a couple of small products for the market that went well, by the way. Had that the other day. Went well. It was very fun. I'm looking over at my stuff. I need to finish my Winona polo because we're submitting pictures soon, so I'm going to finish that up because you only needed to have one sleeve done for the test to be complete, so finishing second sleeve. And
Nice.
yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of crocheting and knitting recently, though, which is so
Crafting.
sad. I miss it. I should just bring it and, as I'm walking around helping customers, just crochet.
Yeah, that's
Get
that's
yarn
good.
all over the food.
Oh yes.
Safe.
Yeah. Safe. Yeah. They would definitely want some mohair.
Oh,
They're-
delicious.
Yum.
Yum.
It's flavor.
I watched. I know this isn't we normally talk about what we're consuming at the end.
Yep.
But too bad. Whenever I was making some hexagons for the rug, I watched Lost in Translation, which
Sure.
Morgan knows and
Yep.
Anna does not. I love being a psychic. I
not
was
that hard
very
to tell.
disappointed by it.
No.
I have heard so much about it, and it as commentary on Sofia Coppola's marriage or divorce or whatever. I was in such a mood, and I was expecting it to match that mood, when you turn on nothing new. Didn't do anything for me.
For sure.
I've never
For
seen
sure.
it, but I do know it.
Yeah. Apparently, it's very divisive in this way.
Interesting.
Oh, and have you guys ever seen Marcel the Shell with shoes on?
Obviously,
Not the
yeah.
movie.
You have, Anna?
Mm-hmm.
You say obviously. You've seen nothing. It's
Yeah.
not obvious.
Well, I feel like you should look at Marcel the Shell and be like, I feel like Anna would have seen that.
Like the
Yeah, it's
movie or
like-
the YouTube series?
I've
I've seen the whole
that
YouTube
movie.
series, but I haven't seen the movie.
You should watch the movie.
I
I watched
know.
that last night.
It was very
Did you
cute.
cry?
Sobbed my eyes out.
Yeah.
I think I teared up. I watched it with Kate and she cried.
It's so bad. Like that, I think it's the movie that makes me cry the most in this entire world. And I'm going to see In the Mood for Love tonight for the first time.
Wow.
Very excited.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was a little foreshadowing to the end of the episode when we talk about what we've been watching. And
yeah, just thought I'd get that out of the way. That's what's on my mind.
You're just so excited.
Well
I
then.
was so excited. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so we figured, like, we're obviously going to goss today, but, like, we have to include fiber art somehow, like, legally, Crochet Authority.
It's the law.
We have to, the law. And so, obviously, we have to tell you some of our opinions and, like, just gossip about them. I don't know, like, this is, like, a very casual episode. In my opinion, this is going to be most what, like, genuinely our FaceTime calls are like, or, like, our group
Pretty
chat,
is.
things like that. Pardon?
It said it already is, except our FaceTime calls don't include Savannah.
Oh, I try. I
that's
don't.
good. Well, when she's there.
I'm always in class.
When she's there.
I'm very scared.
Yes. So it's like I would say we're about, honestly, 40% fiber arts, 60% everything else.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what this is. But we're gonna kind of jump in, I guess, to the fiber art stuff. It's about time. We have talked about everything else but fiber art so far. So yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna
I got a text and I got distracted.
Nice. One of the things that's keeping me so busy is my senior history honors project thing, which I'm currently doing on the historiography of crochet and knitting, and how knitting is covered so much more in academia and society. Based off of the idea, I was originally going to research why crochet is considered more low class than knitting. But I was talking with a professor about it, and it just never occurred to me that, like, crochet can't be a part of high fashion, or, like, like in The Devil Wears Prada, where she's like, we decide what is in fashion. Crochet can never be a part of that because it can't be mass produced. It just never occurred to me that that would be one of the reasons why, like, it's not covered as much, because people know knitwear because you can mass produce knitwear. Like, obviously these things I just never connected it in that way.
That's a good
So
point.
that's something I'm thinking about, right? And also in academic journals, there's this one journal that if you search knit, like 300, is it like a textile journal, academic journal? If you search knit, 300 results come up, and if you search crochet, 30 come up. And I was like, oh, okay. Awesome.
I guess I never thought about it like that. I feel like a lot of times when people talk about how, like, knitting is more high class than crochet, it's in more of, like, a, like, mean sense. It's like they're trying to say it to, like, put down crocheters or people who enjoy the look of crocheted fashion and pieces, whatever. So it's interesting to hear that there's, like, some, like, meaning behind it, because I guess, like, if we can never mass produce, even, like, ignoring fast fashion scales, like, if we can't mass produce even in an ethical way, because you really can't. I guess some brands try to, but even then I'm gonna doubt it's made as ethically as, like, a small designer, like one of us making it. That's interesting.
I think
Isn't it?
crochet is actually incorporated a lot into, like, high fashion and, like, designer, but it can't be mainstream.
Like, ready-to-wear companies cannot physically incorporate it.
You saying that made me think of, not to put this person on blast, but we did talk about this in the group chat, of there was a girl on TikTok, I don't remember her name, it doesn't matter, if you've seen the video, just don't you know what I'm gonna say, and also don't go try looking for it to, like, say anything rude, just don't. But she had said that in a couple years, like, we're gonna look back and think that crochet was childish.
Oh, yes.
And I had responded being like, yeah, haha, that's so funny, like, it's childish. And she replied to me, which I thought was crazy, saying that she means more, like, the fast fashion stuff and not the small designer stuff. And I do also think that's part of why people feel the way that they do, because do I still believe that that kind of broad language is negative, even if something is unethically made or it's knitwear that's made to look like crochet? I still think that it's unfair for her or anyone to call it childish or, like, less high fashion or whatever, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I still think that's kind of unfair because, as we know, a lot of fast fashion companies like Shein, Cider, whatever, steal the designs from us to mass produce poorly. So I still personally believe that, like, saying that is unfair because, let's say, like, 80% of the time they're taking an idea from one of us where the idea was good. So I think she was more saying that, like, the production of it is bad, and we're going to think that's, you know, kind of gross to look back on.
Sorry, keep going.
No, I was just going to say, like, I just think it's interesting that we did see crochet try to get a little bit big right now, but we're already looking at it saying, like, we're going to look back and, you know, first of all, it's going to go away quickly. It doesn't have longevity in the same way knitwear does. Like, knitwear comes back every fall and winter. It's never not going to. So we're already thinking that...
Just thinking of a TikTok that I saw where this girl said sweaters are in this outfit.
Oh, we were talking about that. Sweaters are so in for winter. Hello. Anyways. But I just think it's interesting how I think the public perception of crochet is poorly made fast fashion mock-ups of crochet where it's like it's knit stitches you know, used to mimic. Am I making sense?
That's what I was gonna say. I'd be curious to see what she thinks is crochet, because most people can't tell.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
And that's the intention.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think like machine knit garments that are meant to look like crochet don't look great.
Yeah. No, they don't objectively.
I don't think so either.
They look
I don't
terrible.
think so either.
So I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see what she actually thinks is crochet and what is not.
Yeah, that's another problem I'm running into with my history project. A lot of the academics who are like trying to cover it, which there's very little literature on either topic anyway, but they just aren't knitters or crocheters. So like if they include a picture of a piece, they're like, this is a knitted or crocheted thing, and it's very obviously one or the other.
Just
like,
ask someone.
I know. And there was
Yeah.
It made me so mad, but it was good for my research. There was an article in like a mathematics journal from a lady who was covering like these physics professors who were crocheting like physics concepts. Like they were, I don't know, they were just using crochet to like model physics concepts in a way that couldn't before because paper was too flimsy and like, I don't know, it was really interesting. Yeah. But there was a line in there about how most knitters and crocheters don't realize that there are, like, mathematical principles behind what they do.
What? We know that.
Like, hello? Have you ever met a knitter or crocheter? Like, that's all we do. She was like, they don't realize, like, whenever they make a circle, they're increasing, like, a certain number of times, and that's a mathematical... Hello? And
no,
she provided
sorry,
examples
Savannah.
of just, like...
We are stupid women who don't know how to read and can't do math.
Like, how do you think, like, if you're making a top that is, like, perfectly fitting someone...
How do you think that happens?
How do you think that happened? You can't just, like, crochet a square and expect it to fit every body.
We're witches.
Let me find the quote.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Witchcraft.
I'm making my research.
It's a spell.
Everyone's problem.
That's crazy. They don't realize they're doing math. How patronizing.
Right?
Yeah.
In my,
God.
They don't
history
realize they're doing math as we're crying over our size grading Excel sheets. Oh my God.
This is only barely related in terms of school, but in my history of fashion class yesterday, my professor said that Paul McCartney is the only currently alive member of the Beatles. That is incorrect. That is very
R.I.P.
incorrect.
Ringo Starr.
I literally looked it up in class. I was like, am I one?
Am I really going crazy?
Yeah, it was.
That's really funny.
Shout out to Erica Claire Reich. I don't know. Her article, Crafty Geometry. Mathematicians are knitting and crocheting to visualize complex surfaces. Yeah,
is
she
it
says
only
exactly,
crochet? I feel like it's only crochet.
All of the examples were crochet.
Fucking
All
knew
of
it.
them were. And that's part of my research. The quote is, knitters and crocheters use mathematical principles, often without recognizing them as such. Hello?
No, I recognize it because I cry that my size grading isn't working.
Yeah. her examples were like they have to count the number of stitches they need for a sleeve, and they have to like, I don't know, size up and down.
That's what I'm doing?
There's there was something else, there's a way to write that article being like, did you know, like, you, the average person who doesn't stop and think about these kind of things unless you're kind of doing it. Like, isn't it so cool how they do this instead of being like, women know how to count? Oh my god.
Guys.
Oh my god. Guys, maybe women should have rights.
Nah.
Like, that's crazy. There was, you saying that made me think of something else. So, I was doing some research, like, there are, like, some creative advertising competitions that students and recent graduates or, like, juniors in the industry enter to kind of, like, make connections and get head starts and whatever. So I was looking at one of them and the winners from last year, and I'm not going to say what the campaign was just because it is, like, an activist campaign, and so I don't want to, like, potentially trigger anyone with, like, what the, like, subject was, just because they, I think, could be. But they used crochet as a form of, like, the campaign, and I thought it was really interesting and creative. But then when I was looking at the actual assets, like, the designed mock-ups of how the ads or the whatever would look, it was a crochet hook, like, was in it, but it was, the words were on, like, little V's of knitwear.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Yep.
I look at that stuff because to do creative advertising, you have to be able to be very good at, like, pulling niche references, and, like, that's how, like, you get people thinking and blah, blah, whatever, to, like, simplify it a lot. So I thought it was a very creative topic. I thought it was a very creative way to go about the campaign. But I'm like, if you did that much research to be able to, like, incorporate crochet authentically into this, like, activism campaign, how could you not tell? Like, granted, that's, like, probably the least important thing because those competitions really aren't focused on, like, is it exactly perfect? Like, it's more focused on, like, is the idea there? But I just look at it and I'm like, it's not entirely correct. Like, that is not crochet.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was interesting that I'm like, you're doing this much research and yet you're still not getting it right, which I thought it was kind of funny. Like, I'm not saying it was, like, necessarily a mean thing or whatever, but it's like, to do it correctly is to respect the art. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like in TV shows or whatever. I see compilations on TikTok of people, like, someone acting like they're knitting or crocheting in a show, and they're just...
Actors have to prepare so much to do any sort of role ever. How long does it take for you to Google how to knit? Yeah. You're not actually going to sit there knitting, but you can make it look like you're doing so. It's not hard.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, like, what we were talking about before, not being able to discern between knit and crochet. And there are people who knit and people who crochet who also can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Because I get, again, like, no hate, but I get a lot of comments on, like, my, like, Grand Budapest sweater that are like, how did you crochet this? And I'm like, I did it.
Yeah.
I didn't crochet this.
I mean, to be fair, like, in my earlier days, I probably wasn't able to tell, but I don't know. I feel like as soon as you're, I don't know, at least a year of experience or something, they're very structurally different.
They're very visually different, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, obviously there are ways to crochet that mimic knitting, and as we know from fast fashion, there's a way to use knitting to mimic crochet, so there are for sure gray areas. It's not super black and white.
Yeah, like, Tunisian crochet can look a lot like knit.
Yeah. So there are obviously ways to get confused for sure, like, duh, but I do think I don't think I've ever seen people like that, like, comments I've gotten or followers that I've seen, whatever, make those comments, so that's interesting.
Yeah. Very. That just reminded me that I was going through my comments earlier today, and it just, we say this every time, I don't know why I'm even bringing this up, just people asking what yarn I use, what hook size I use, hello?
Yeah.
Guys. The yarn is fine. I'll be like, this is the yarn that I used. Yeah. What stitches did you use? That's a secret I'll never tell.
I love the
XOXO.
ones. My favorite ones are people. Okay, I have two actually. I have two favorites. One, people who ask such hyper specific questions. I think they think that they're just like that we won't realize that they're asking for the information they need to like make. So I think of like I feel like Savannah, you've gotten a lot on like the solar flares. Like, how many squares do you need to make this?
Every single design.
Hey, it's amazing how I'm not going to tell you, and also like I don't know your size.
I get that for my hoodie as well.
Yeah,
That's
I got a
crazy.
message
Yeah,
that was like,
that's
how many
right.
squares do you need and how much yarn and how do you lay out the squares and put them together and then how do you, like, genuinely someone asked me this, and how do you make the hood? And I'm like, you know what? It's so crazy. You can pay me 13 Canadian dollars and find out.
Yeah.
Got something just for you. I was also,
Just for you.
I was going to genuinely like talk to you guys about this, but if this is a casual talking episode, I guess we can just discuss here and people can get an insight on our advice to each other. But for the rug, I want to make a pattern for it. Obviously, I'm not going to make something that I'm not going to profit off of in some way. But I feel like, but should I do a free pattern? Because I'm planning on doing the hat free pattern, because that's a very basic, like, I don't know, garment. There'd be absolutely no point in me charging for that. But I feel like the rug, I don't know.
I think it's worth charging, then charge.
But I don't know if it is. Because the squares, I mean, I just learned off of some tutorial. Well, I adjusted it for how I want it to look, but...
Well, here's the way I look at it, I guess, and for, once again, people listening, this is just going to be a whole insight thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people probably put this together because people aren't dumb, but when you're, what's it called? When there's a free pattern out, it's never entirely free. It's like it's not locked behind a paywall, but like you have like the ads from a blog or YouTube AdSense if it's a free YouTube tutorial. Like there's most likely for a lot of people some kind of like
if you're not paying for the product, you are the product.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, what I was going to say to that is if you, because once again, it's our jobs, so have to make money somehow. If you're going to put it out, gotta get, get it in some way. Do you have, like, a blog or something that you would use to, like, put it out on and, like, also get money from ads?
That's the thing.
You could just make it really cheap.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I would, I think what I'm leaning towards right now is, like, doing the free pattern on my website, which my website is, like, still not set up at all. Like, I have the shop, I have the link with book pre-orders, but that's literally it. So I'd have to figure out, like, how to get ads on there and things like that. But I think I'd do, like, a free version where, like, maybe no photos or something. Like, it's just the text, and it's like, if you want photos, if you want step-by-step, if you want something like that. Yeah, if you want the PDF, like, you can pay $3 on Etsy or something.
Yeah. Well, then that's just fees.
Yeah, that's, yeah. There is that.
Crazy. That's true. I've been thinking about, and I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been talking to you guys about this. I've had the Oopsie Daisy purse pattern out for so long that I feel like it is time. I've never put out a pattern and then followed it up after a period of time, like putting it out for free. Yeah. But I feel like it's a pattern that has gotten so much like love and appreciation that I feel like it is time to put out a free tutorial on my YouTube for the Oopsie Daisy purse, especially right before the holidays.
Oh,
I feel like that's a good gift for people, you know?
It is, yeah.
And then, kind of in the same idea where it's like, I will explain how to do it and I will show you what to do, but if you want, like, step-by-step written photos, buy the pattern.
Yeah.
I just always get scared that people are going to be upset that if you put it out for free after paying for it, but I also forget that it's my pattern and I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. What are they going to do?
You know what I mean? In like in the kindest way, not to sound rude, but
it's like if you buy something and then it goes on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very true.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That is very true.
So
they could have
pattern writing and knowing what to do with it is so confusing,
isn't it? I really want to make more rugs now. I'm really enjoying having a huge thing.
What yarn are you using?
This is part of my, I think I talked about this on an earlier episode. I'm kind of reusing yarn. I took apart a sweater. I don't know if you guys even remember, I made a white and blue off the grid sweater earlier this year, but I was never going to wear it. Nobody was ever going to wear it. So the white border on the outside is all from that sweater. And I'm really enjoying, like, it feels genuinely so good to have,
is it
like,
cotton?
repurposed this. Oh, no. It doesn't feel good physically. That's why it's going in a rug.
What yarn is it?
It's just acrylic. It's some,
Okay.
like, Red Heart. Yeah. And I'm using just, like, kind of skeins of yarn that are, I would never, they can't make a garment. They can't make anything like that. And they all go together pretty well. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the process. Maybe I'll just stop garment designing.
I would love to do more accessory or like home accessory pieces. But I'm living in my childhood bedroom that already has a rug. There's no need for me to make another one.
Yeah. If I didn't have this hardwood floor, I would not be making a rug.
I'd not be making it.
Yeah. That's so, I
that
also think about that a lot. Like how the different houses I've lived in during college, they have genuinely like affected my craft in a lot of ways, and like the pictures I take, and yeah, because I was genuinely nervous because it was my sophomore year that a lot of my photos started taking off. That I was like, because my freshman year was in a dorm, so I never took photos in there because it was just terrible. But my sophomore year I had this deck with beautiful natural lighting and a beautiful white background. And I was so nervous, like, once I moved out of that house, I would just never get likes again. Which is not the case, thankfully.
I can understand that, though. I feel like there is a lot of, like, unnecessary pressure to have, like, an aesthetically pleasing background when that's just not even at all important to, like, the content.
No, not at all.
Like, don't, like, your background shouldn't be a mess. Like, it shouldn't be, like, off-putting or, like, distracting or whatever. But, like, it does not need to be, like,
the most beautiful,
like,
gorgeous.
Yeah. It just needs to, like, be a picture that shows off what we made.
Yeah. That's also something that's depressing me lately, because I take photos based off of the time of day. And now I have classes Tuesdays, Thursdays till 6 p.m. And it was starting this week that it's completely dark outside when I'm walking home.
Living.
Yep. So awesome? Fun. That's so fun.
Life's so fun.
I love daylight savings. I have both my mini skirt and my
your rollerblades on.
Yeah.
As you should.
Did you see the Boy Genius nominations?
Yes, we did.
You guys probably already talked about that. So
yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I called Morgan.
I
was just gonna say I called Morgan like 30 minutes before we started filming because I could not stop scrolling on TikTok and I needed to not be on my phone. Morgan and I just sit and like co-work a lot because otherwise we actually just rot all day.
Yeah.
And we're gonna text anyways, so.
It's true. But yeah, we saw the nominations.
Yeah.
SNL tomorrow.
Oh, with Timmy. I forgot.
Yeah. Timothée.
Wonka. Willy
Wonka.
Wonka.
Talk about it now. He can talk about it now.
Are you guys gonna go see the new Hunger Games movie? Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Hunger Games movie?
I have to finish the book.
I want to read the book first. I still need to read Mockingjay, but I just finished a book last night, so maybe I will read it.
I'm close to finishing.
I'm like 84% of the way through, I think.
Really? Isn't it really long?
Shout out Libby. I started reading it months ago. 86%.
That's my lucky number.
Due in 16 days.
Nice.
86?
Nice.
We were just talking about lucky numbers. I feel like 86 is an insane lucky number. And how did you come... What's your lucky number origin story?
It's a great story. I was like 11, and I was kind of sad that I didn't have one. 42 is my lucky number up to that point. And it still kind of is. But it's a very basic, like... That's like Jackie Robinson's, you know?
Yeah.
It's not mine. But you know who was my 86th follower on Tumblr?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. And so I saw that and I said, that's the number.
And so
Anna has a similar
this perfectly leads into, I'm not kidding, when Morgan and I were we FaceTiming? Yeah, last night we were talking about lucky numbers. I'm dead serious. My lucky number is 13 because of Taylor Swift. No.
It's 14.
It's 14 because Taylor Swift is 13 and I had to be a little bit different.
Anna.
Also when I was like 8.
Yeah.
Because I've been a Taylor Swift fan literally since I was like in preschool. Like I've been a fan since debut. So
Yeah.
I'm like, before everyone else did it, I did it. So, but I do feel that I have I feel like 11 is actually my lucky number just because I always see 11s everywhere.
Really?
11's like my little thing. But I feel like it just doesn't resonate with me. I feel like I look like a 14. Like a 14 is her lucky number girl.
Yeah.
Comment below if you think Anna looks like the number 14.
Let me know.
I keep on getting really excited since, again, I'm watching Jeopardy a lot lately. And so frequently their totals add up to 8,600. And I'm like, guys.
That's a sign.
It's a sign.
That is a sign.
But in reality, it's just not a common number. So whenever I see it, it's very notable.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is looking out for me. I was going to tell
true.
you guys that I presented at the Taylor Swift conference at
Oh,
my
yeah.
university.
That's right. I saw your LinkedIn post.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, I liked it.
Guys, connect with
You're
me
welcome.
on LinkedIn. I hate posting on LinkedIn.
Same.
I don't think I've ever
hate
posted on
LinkedIn in general.
LinkedIn. Same.
I'm not kidding. Every time I go on LinkedIn, it results in me crying.
It
That's
results in a
so
deep
real.
depression.
Yeah, I went on LinkedIn last night. I wept for a good 30
Big
30
mistake.
minutes. Logged off. That was fine.
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna tell a story, and I have not tried to verify these claims. Morgan, what are you looking at so disgustedly?
Fucking siren.
Oh, I just now heard it. But so there's this girl in one of my classes. She seems incredibly nice, but she's just a little overbearing about her own ideas and politics. And it's like, you go, girl, but we don't need to know every place that you've ever interned for. And no one asked you. This is a class about international feminism, not you. But I was on her LinkedIn because she's very impressive. She has a great resume. I'm sure she's a very kind person. I just get annoyed very easily in these situations. And for one of her, she was interning. I can't go into specifics. Like, this is...
No, you
this
can't.
could-
She was
no, I
interning
can't.
somewhere.
She was interning somewhere. And one of... You know how LinkedIn has, like, the skills listed?
Yeah.
One of the skills was queer.
Me. That's so me. That's so me.
I've not tried to verify these. I was talking to someone else about her, and they were on her LinkedIn, and they told me that, so I don't know if that's, like, actually real
That's
or
so-
if they were just pulling my leg.
Well, because here's
But-
the thing.
That's so funny.
Here's the thing. The job market's tough out there.
It is!
If I could be a little bit of diversity, me as like a white woman, but like if I could be if I could be a
Diversity
bisexual
hire.
in the office, like I'm obsessed with that. That's crazy. And I'm going to endorse her. Please send the link. Endorse. Boom.
True. Verified.
She's great at queer.
She's so
Yeah,
good at it.
So good at it.
So good at it. I thought that was incredibly good.
Oh my
She
God,
seems
that's
like a nice person. There's no way she knows anything about me at all as a person, but if she ever
That's
sees
so-
this, she's really
Illy.
smart.
Illy.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
We're all just jealous.
Yeah, deeply. Yeah, it probably comes from a place of deep-rooted jealousy, but... Anyways.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
If we're truly in FaceTime mode,
We
Yeah.
really are.
we are. Because
Sneak
I don't get
peek.
to talk to you guys often. This is genuinely, like...
This is
But-
I'm actually like kind of impressed with how FaceTime like this is, because in my head I was like, this is going to in some ways have to be censored for the internet because I'm
Yeah.
sorry, we love you all, but you're we're not gonna entirely.
Expose
You know what I mean? Like there are limits, but
Yeah.
we're so FaceTiming with the girls right now.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Girls
are.
in a gender neutral way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Everyone's a girl.
So I love looking at our analytics on podcasters, like Spotify for podcasters and
Yeah.
YouTube analytics, and specifically on Spotify for podcasters. We have like our listeners, 98% women, or it's like 97% women, 1.5% or whatever, 1.5% non-binary or like gender non-conforming, and then there's like 0.2% male.
I genuinely
Whatever the
didn't
math
know the
is,
one
actually,
man.
the fact that like it's obviously women first. Like, I'm not shocked. The fact that like non-binary people like pretty like heavily outrank the men is just beautiful. Beautiful. Welcome to the pod. And if you are a man, I'm gonna trust that you're one of the good ones, and like this is a safe space for you specifically.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Other ones,
LOL.
maybe find a different pod.
Yeah. Bye.
Anyways.
But I just thought of that. It makes me laugh so hard.
That's very funny. I did not know.
Isn't that crazy?
I know one man who has listened to at least one episode on our Spotify, so I think that must be him.
That's him. That's it.
It's literally just him. That's beautiful.
That's funny.
But what I was going to tell you guys, senior year, I'm thinking about my future again. Always a good thing, right?
That's scary.
Am I right?
Ew,
Post-grad?
ew.
Because I know we talk about post-grad, but I haven't actually...
Are you going to do like another degree?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't. I never planned to. I was going to apply for... Did I tell you guys I was applying for a Fulbright? I was in the process.
Oh, yeah, you did tell us that.
I did the whole thing besides for getting recommendations. And I was like, I can't. I'm not going to do... I don't want to...
I was gonna ask about that because you had been talking about it a lot in the summer,
Yeah.
and then obviously school started. And like I know we get on your case all the time about not joining FaceTimes, but like senior year is like actually insane. So like understood. So like I was thinking about that the other day. If you actually went through and like decided that was like something you wanted to go for.
Yeah, it was like a whole. I was at a coffee shop with my roommates and I was texting my mom. I was like, I just doesn't feel right in my heart. And it didn't, because I don't want to do a master's degree the year after I graduate. Like, I need at least a year to just chill. Chill. I was thinking
a year
about
to
travel,
not go to Europe to study, but in fact go to Europe with me to meet Morgan. We really should.
That might actually be a thing, because that's genuinely,
yeah.
I have a bullet point list of, like, options for me after I graduate. And the one that I keep on being drawn to that feels right in my heart is going to Scotland or going to Ireland, or not London. London's really expensive.
To like live.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
To live for like a year or something. But on my way over there,
That could be cool.
Could join me in. Help move me in.
The
only just free labor.
Yeah, that's what I need you for. My mom would probably join us as well. She loves to take any opportunity. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, it's very cheap for me to
fun,
fly up north, so.
Oh, yes. But then I'm like, would I actually enjoy Scotland? I hate being cold.
Nope.
That's true. Well, I just always thought... That's true. I've always thought...
Rodrigo tickets.
Oh, good point.
Oh.
That's a really good point.
Oh, yeah. I just waiting. I'll wait. I did buy more Hosier tickets.
Yes, you should.
In July.
Why isn't he coming anywhere near me?
I need to look to see where he's coming.
Metropolis.
Really quick.
I do live near. Well, they aren't huge cities, but I don't even think he was coming to Chicago or anything.
Chicago.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my Ticketmaster to look to see where Hosier's coming.
I just sent you guys a picture.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, but I don't know if there's like a...
Raleigh, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. South Haven.
Yeah.
Rogers, Dallas, Austin, Houston, Pelham, Orlando, West Palm Beach, Tampa, Virginia Beach, Columbia,
Virginia Beach,
Saratoga
and not
Springs,
Chicago is wild.
Syracuse, Forest Hills ×2, Bangor.
Him not coming
Bethel,
to Boston is
Pittsburgh,
crazy.
Cleveland, Columbus, Kansas City, Tulsa, St. Louis, Madison, St. Paul, Billings, Casper, Denver, Salt Lake City, Boise, Bend, George, Ridgefield, San Diego, Los Angeles.
Sure.
Boom.
Sure.
But he's on
Why
like an
is he
American tour
performing-
right now.
Why
He's
is
in
he
America.
performing in
Oh,
New
yeah.
York
Isn't
City on Tuesdays and Wednesdays? I like.
That's
How
the
am
way
I
the
gonna
cookie
get
crumbles.
to New York on a Tuesday?
It's the way the cookie crumbles, bitch. I'm
At least
seeing
you live
him
near New York.
I'm seeing him in
Great.
December,
Yeah.
in like almost a month.
Yeah.
And then July 7th at 1 p.m.
What?
at
Like a
Finsbury
festival or
Park.
something?
It's just like an outdoor venue.
Is he the only? Is it a festival or is he
No,
just?
it's just Finsbury Park. I don't know
And then
why
you
it's
get
at
to
1 p.m.
Go to dinner after and like.
You know what? I'm not fucking complaining.
No, honestly, that sounds really nice.
Because it was fun. The one that I went to this past July was like
Mhm.
in the evening and it got kind of cold.
Yeah.
And then there's like a curfew time thing.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Okay.
gotta go. Bye.
LOL.
So, I don't know. It was an interesting choice and I accept it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's a Sunday, so it doesn't matter. People can attend.
Time isn't real. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like
But I'm
that time for a
excited.
Sunday is good though.
Yeah.
Like it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Cool.
Sounds beautiful.
And speaking
Speaking
of Northern Attitude,
Hmm.
today.
Oh,
Came out today.
did it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know what also came
Right.
out today? The show with Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone.
Oh, yeah. I'm not.
What do
Yeah.
you
What's it
mean?
called?
The Curse or something?
Something like that.
Yeah. About like them being an HGTV couple and like things
Yeah.
going wrong. Yes.
Looks
I'm
interesting.
very excited for that.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, okay. I am, maybe.
I watched the
I'm
trailer.
not watching anything lately.
I
Besides
watched
Jeopardy.
the trailer.
The trailer looks really good.
Notice how Savannah has this like long list of things that she's watching and wants to watch, and that means she has free time, and in that free time she's choosing to do anything else but call
You know
us.
You know what I watch? I watch Jeopardy and I watch prestige movies that I don't. I watched Lahane last night. Do you guys know what Morgan probably doesn't know Lahane?
What about call your friends?
What about
Is that in the Criterion
what
collection?
about pick
What
up the
about-
FaceTime call?
Have you seen
You guys
that
weren't
one?
even calling when I was watching them. It was from like 11.
You can call
to 3
first.
a.m.
Call. Gulp.
Gulp. Gulp. Maybe if it's just
wow.
co-working. That might actually be good. I have a book to read to write an essay on later today.
Now, see, I don't think that's gonna work.
We talk.
What?
I don't think you calling to like try to read a book.
I'm
we're
trying
co-working.
here.
We gab.
I know, but I'm trying to help you before you log on. You're immediately gonna leave. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna.
Yeah,
You know, come on now.
that's fair. That's totally fair. Do you guys think you'd ever go to those like WeWork spaces?
No.
No. Well, you can't anymore. It just went
No.
bankrupt. But
Yeah.
do
R.I.P.
you like the concept?
If I was like had a job, like a real job that paid me a salary, and
Yeah.
it was fully work from home, then like maybe
But like even then, I would just go independently to like a coffee shop.
to a coffee shop
Yeah.
and
that's
get a
true.
coffee. And order
That's
it.
enough for me.
Yeah.
My coffee sounds beautiful right now.
Would you like some of my
Right.
cold coffee?
Send it over.
It's on its way.
Ship it out. You just dump the coffee into a cardboard
An
box. Slap on an envelope. Put on a little stamp. That's
Delicious.
crazy.
Yummy.
That would
Right to your
taste
doorstep.
so good when it gets to you.
Yummy.
Yum.
Yum. My roommate the other day got, it was either 15 or 30 espresso pods for $5 at TJ Maxx. No, not TJ
That's
Maxx.
so nice.
Home Goods.
That's so nice.
$5
Jealous.
American dollars. I was so
Jealous.
impressed. What a deal.
Yeah.
That is really good.
I need that.
Yeah.
Love my
indicator.
Nespresso machine.
In love. Another indicator of my busyness, I hadn't been going to craft nights at the little that I was telling you guys about. But I went this week, and I made a few hexagon squares. One of the ladies there, she had a felted mouse that she got at a craft fair, and in the time we were there, she was using, like, the tiniest needles I've ever seen to knit him a little hat. Like, her felted mouse. Oh, no, I have a picture. Hold on.
I saw a TikTok today of someone who felted a Polly Pocket thing.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful.
There it is. There it is.
You're kidding.
Can you imagine?
That's so funny.
So
I
cute.
could never get into felting. There's just something about it I don't like, but I like seeing what people make.
I like seeing it. I don't think I could do it.
I don't think I could do it.
It seems incredibly, way harder than it looks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have, like, and I know, like, we also all do crafts that, like, take a while, but I feel like it would take so long.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To felt it enough that it's, like, becoming, like, solid.
Yeah. And I feel like I would never truly feel finished in a way as well.
Fair.
Yeah. That's very fair. Like, when do you stop?
Yeah. I'm going to split my
Felters,
raglan
let us
immediately
know.
after this, by the way.
What'd you say?
What'd you
I'm
say?
going to split my raglan as soon
Sure.
as we finish filming. I'm
Sure
gonna
you
put it
are.
on
I
Island,
see it,
which I
dude.
haven't.
I can't defend you.
You guys are so mean.
I think I've seen this film before.
And I didn't like the ending.
It's something not...
And it never ended.
It never ended. I want to finish it. I do.
You started this on summer vacation.
In August. And it's November. Because my original plan was to knit the phrase high maintenance across it, do duplicate stitching. But now I don't want to do that. And so now I'm like, am I just making a plain sweater?
Do you never wear a plain sweater?
No, not really. I've got crew necks. I'm not taking out this work. I'm gonna split the raglan.
So figure something else out to put on it.
Yeah, that's true. You got me there.
What if you
You're supposed to be creative.
Pre-order my book.
What?
You should have done that before the book came out. Pre-order my book.
So true.
Oh, so obviously, like, I'm the queen of having, like, a bazillion unfinished projects, but I started as a part of, like, so one of the advertising classes I took last year was, like, developing our portfolio, and, like, we had to have a passion project, because that's what makes you interesting in, like, being more than your job sort of thing, especially in a creative field. And so, obviously, my passion project is Crochet by AK, but I needed to do something different, so I started making an Anna Calagian art director sweater.
Yeah.
I'm finally going to finish it. Finish it. And I think I'm going to duplicate stitch, like, my qualifications all over it.
That's so cute. That's so genius.
Because in my head, if I post that on LinkedIn, it's going to go viral.
Oh,
and everyone's going to be like, oh my god, please work for us.
I'll be like, hey, I'm a recruiter in the comments.
You guys lie. Me when I lie.
Easy.
Wow.
Wow.
Guys, did we talk about anything that's related to crochet or knit?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I was just talking about my knitting. Thank you very much.
Okay, fair.
We talked about the lady who looked down on crocheters and
yes. We had that whole conversation.
We did.
Yeah. We should do a whole episode where I just get to talk about research. Yeah, right, guys?
Honestly, I would listen.
Sure.
Would you? It's just me. I don't even record with you guys.
Yeah, it's literally just you. I feel like, no, that could be, like, a fun episode of, like, you talking about, like,
we can weigh in.
And, like, we can talk about, like, how we feel from, like, you know,
we both have university education.
Yeah. I'm also...
I graduated summa cum laude. I'm a smart girl.
Yeah.
We don't have that in Canada, so I didn't. I was on the dean's list.
Yeah.
Okay. I also am making my way through the social history of American knitting for my research. So I'm sure that will... that's also part of my research, is that there's no crochet equivalent for this. It's really good. It's really well written. It's just...
I always just read, like, feel-good romance books. It's a fave. But I would love to start reading more books that, like, give me more than just entertainment. Like, like, it's a very weird transition to go from signing up for and having to go to classes in which you learn, and then having to make learning a priority outside of, like, a structured school environment. And now that I've given myself a very good break from learning as, like, you know, in the way that you do in school. I'm ready to start. Obviously, I do the best that I can to educate myself every day.
Yeah.
But to, like, be able to, like, do a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I now have the space for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to find, like, academically interesting books that are written well. It could be the most interesting topic in the world, and if it's not, like, a good writer, you're gonna suffer for no good reason.
Very true. Very true. I have a couple of advertising books that I want to read because, lucky for me, if it's a copywriter writing a book, they obviously know how to use their words, so it's entertaining.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. I wanted to be
Very
a copywriter back in the day.
You
TBT.
could.
TBT.
It's very fun.
Just thought I'd let you
Creative
guys
Math is
know.
so fun. If you ever want
Yeah.
to change career paths,
Yeah.
I
That's
can't be
another
a
thing.
connection. I don't have a job.
by the time I graduate, you know, you'll
Hire
have
all of
already
us.
been a CEO. Yeah. That's another thing. I've always wanted to be a writer. You know, that's the insane dream. What if I Sally Rooney'd it up in Ireland? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
True.
Right?
True. Talking about
That's
the
like a
mundane
movie.
experiences of life.
Yes, I love. That's my favorite thing. That's why I like Marcel Michel so much. I think because he's so. It's so routine. It's so yearning for connection in the everyday. Oh, I can't. I
So
have
real.
concealer on right now because bags. It was bad.
Well, I personally feel that you really capture that yearning for connection in your book,
Not
Crochet
FaceTiming.
Style, 50 beginner-friendly patterns.
So true. I don't have a coffee near me.
We rambled enough.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, we know what Savannah's been watching. She jumped the gun. Morgan, what have you been watching, enjoying, whatever?
Scorpion. I've been watching Scorpion.
Okay,
No one knows
alright.
what it is. It's from like 2014, I want to say.
Ancient.
Yeah, just prehistoric,
So
really.
retro. So retro.
It's just like a not like a crime show. My favorite genre of television show is like crime show with a shtick. It's not
Yeah,
too
sure.
serious.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's like a group of like geniuses who work with Homeland Security and just solve crazy problems.
Love.
It's fun.
Fun.
So just watching that.
Nice.
Cool.
That's about
Any
it.
movies or anything?
No.
You
I
have
saw
my
the
very active
Eras
on
Tour
Letterboxd.
movie,
yeah?
but I think we talked about that already.
I think we did a little, yeah.
And I'm gonna go see the new Hunger Games movie eventually. When it comes
Yes.
out. And the Marvels. I'm excited for that. Which is already out, but I don't have time. That's it.
Real.
Cool.
Anna?
I have not been watching a lot of shows recently because
She's busy.
I've been busy working. But I've been watching, when I do have time to watch stuff, I'll watch YouTube. I always love the Try Guys, but I love the Try Guys more currently. I don't know. I like watching the Tripod because it's not just like the Try Guys, but it's also like one of their producers just like quit working for them full time and now he just like freelances with them, so he's the episodes, and then the girl who is the producer, they're so funny. In my head we're best friends, so I watch for them. So I love watching the Tripod and listening to I don't know if you guys know Hannah Elise. She used to be a college YouTuber and now she's like a lifestyle YouTuber. She has a podcast called Digital Diary that I like a lot. I don't know, I've been honestly just scrolling my explore page a lot on YouTube and clicking what's sounding interesting opposed to like going through my subscriptions or whatever. So I've been doing that. I haven't been watching any shows or movies besides The Voice. Don't worry, still watching The Voice.
Of course.
Still watching The Voice. My team is doing well, thank you for asking. And what book did I just finish? I just read The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. Because I loved Better Than the Movies by her. And I thought the do-over was okay. I didn't think it was as good as Better Than Movies. I thought it was too short, and it would have benefited from being a little bit longer, with a little bit more detail. I feel like we rushed through a lot of stuff really quickly. But you can't go wrong with a feel-good romance.
So true.
Yeah.
So true.
So that's that. But like I said, I haven't really had time to consume a lot of media recently. I work and then I come home and I rot.
Yeah.
So tired.
TikTok.
Yep.
Watch TikTok.
Always.
Anyways.
Wow.
Does somebody have the
Are we going to
outro?
do an outro on this beautiful episode?
Absolute chaos. I just know it was funny. I'm sorry. Not to be cocky.
This is us at our best,
guys,
I think.
If you don't think that this is funny, we're not going to get funnier. It's just quit while you're ahead.
Thanks for spending time with us, though.
Yeah, we doing our outro?
With us. Yeah.
No?
I'll do
Okay.
it.
I don't have
Why
it.
not?
Oh, do
I
it.
have it. Don't worry. I always have the outline pulled up. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Crochet Authority. If you liked it, which we know you did, make sure to rate it 5 stars and give us the best review possible wherever you can. Also, make sure to stay up to date with us on Instagram and TikTok at the Crochet Authority, and follow our personal accounts on all of our social media and whatever, because we're perfect. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye!